Welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be making a stock analysis of Sailpoint Incorporated. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Now, what does Sailpoint do? Well, there is a packaged software company and it is internal data monitoring. This is to make sure that there's no data breaches and to make sure each employee doesn't have access to data they shouldn't be allowed to. Now, as you can see right here, the stock is quite new. It was firstly publicly traded back in February 13. Now, something you should note about this stock is, as you can see right here in the overview, they have quite a lot of closely held shares. This means that 89% isn't allowed to be traded on the open market. This is probably like CEOs, COOs, and investors who invested in the IPO. And there is typically a lockup period and people can't trade these shares for a while. So we'll have 10% currently, which means, let's say, a lot of investors no longer trust in the IPO and they can just sell the shares. The market is going to be flooded and we might see a huge drop. Now, with that being said, I'd like the general capital structure of the company. As you can see here, the market cap is 11.7 billion, and they have 21 million in debt and 234 million in cash, which is lovely to see. And of course, they need a lot of cash, as you can see, because they burned a lot of money last year, and the year before that, and the year before that. But that is just in investing into the company itself. Now, they do have quite a lot of employees for a data monitoring company, which I find is quite interesting. Now, the revenue here, as you can see, it is the subscription model here, and that is simply their software, which is just monitoring the data breaches that the companies might have. As you can see, where do they have their customers? It is in the United States, EMA, which is Europe and the Middle East, and then the rest of the world. I expect this is primarily Asia and companies, not companies, or countries like Australia and so on and so forth. But I'd like to see a tech company that isn't only in the United States. That is absolutely lovely to see. Now, as you can see, we don't have any proper technicals on this stock because it is simply so new. But I think you should be quite careful if you want to invest in this company because it is so new and it can rise and fall quite rapidly, as you can see. Just look at this earnings here. They were up by 38%, rose rapidly, then absolutely fell down afterwards. And as you can see on the earnings here, again rose rapidly and then again fell down. So be very careful. Maybe you can swing trade it and hope that they rise very nicely on the next earnings session, which is in 7 days. But I would be a bit careful, even though the market cap is $11.8 billion. Now, if we go down here to the technicals, as you can see, for the day, it's strong buying. For the week, it's still a strong buy, and for the month, however, we don't have any at all, and that is simply because it is so new. Now, maybe we are going to see it increase, but I'm not sure that it's going to happen yet. I want to wait to see the earnings. Am I going to invest in this company? Absolutely not at this point, because it is simply just fluctuates too much high and low. And I don't like the fact that there are so many huge investors who aren't allowed to sell their shares. Once again, as you can see here, I just don't like that at all, because this means the market can be flooded quite rapidly with a lot of shares. I don't like at all. Now, the volume in this stock is also not that great. We only have 860,000 in volume, which is shares traded each day, which is quite little, but that is of course because there is so few free float shares, if I can speak. Now, the analysis on this is quite interesting. We have quite a lot of analysis on it, and which is interesting because it is publicly traded for only 6 months. Now we have 12 strong buy, 1 buy, 4 hold, and 1 strong sell. Now, I think I'm tilting more towards the strong sell rather than the strong buy. Short term. Long term, definitely a strong buy, but I think a company like this, it might take a bit of a tumble and then it's going to increase later on, because right now I just think it might be a bit of a hype on a new IPO, but who am I to say that? But overall, it is quite interesting. Now, the EPS, they're estimating to make money this year, which is going to be quite interesting to see, and then it's estimating to make more and more. And as you can see down here, last year estimated to make 850 billion. They surprised that by 10 million, then billion and 1.2, 1.4, and just increasing more and more. Hopefully we're going to see this, but a company like this in the future would surprise me if they do great, because data monitoring is something that is going to be huge in the future. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and of course remember, this isn't financial advice, this is purely for entertainment and educational purposes. If you want to see more videos like this, please leave the company from its analyze in the comment section below.